r/AskReddit. What do you do with your so that isn't normal? When me and my ex would get into dumb arguments debates, we used to send it to counsel to be reviewed. There was no counsel. There would be no review. It was basically our way of shelving an argument that would never have a winner. Every now and then we'd ask each other if we've gotten an update from counsel on what the judgment was. Mayo. This is actually my favorite one so far. I would suggest it in my own house, but I sort of believe these things have to develop organically. Thank you for this gift though. Judgment. You were wrong, my girlfriend, every time. If we did this. We have the WIC rule. If one of us says, would you kindly blah blah blah, the other one must, no matter what, do that thing. There is zero negotiation. It's mostly whipped out for benign stuff. Sometimes for very silly stuff, but occasionally used in serious situations. It's equal parts silly, fake outage, and a deep, committed trust. It only works because we trust each other not to abuse WIC or use it for evil. Fontaine, is that you? I might have known the cat had claws. My ex used to want me to body slam her onto the bed all the time. She still loves it, bro. Capital F. Me and my girlfriend have started using very random and increasing complex pet names when we answer a phone call from one another. It's so often now that sometimes I'll forget and in public loudly answer with hello my Persian tropical ice cream sweetie watermelon minx, or something to that effect. It changes every time. Me and mine do this too. Just hung up the phone after calling him my little al pastor Toquito prince. We stand like 3 feet away from each other and make Street Fighter idle animations at each other for minutes on end. This made me laugh out loud. My GF and I will every so often just lift our top up and say tits until the other one looks acknowledges. I always do this to my GF, and when she finally looks I say ha, gay. I've done many things to bait her so that I get to call her gay, haha. We often just stand in each other's way for no reason other than to be annoying. Yup, and the other has to pay a toll to get by. It's usually a kiss, sometimes a honk of the butt, or most likely a hug. He absolutely must touch my butt at least once every time we go to Walmart. I can't even remember how this started, but it's totally ducking weird if we forget. And floor dollar. A dollar bill that had fallen out of one of our pockets in the washer, and consequently fell down into the crack between the machines when I was transferring the clothes to the dryer. We both ignored it for like a year because we were too lazy to use a broom or whatever to fish it out, and then one of us finally acknowledged it to the other. We decided to leave it there as a symbol of our wealth. We've never been down to our last dollar. It now has a quarter for a friend. As a symbol of our wealth, priceless. Actually cost them $1. I draw faces on my boobs with washable markers to send to him to cheer him up. Is the nipple the nose, or the mouth? The nose. A smile is a lot easier than a nose to draw. Armpit trust. It's the #1 rule that cannot be violated, no matter how tempting it might be. You can't poke the other's armpit. While I understand the desire for armpit trust, I would give it up in a second for the joy that comes from poking armpits. Armpit trust versus armpit thrust. I give her a butt massage every single night before she goes to bed. Do you have a brother? Here, what's up? We have a mating dance that has gotten increasingly elaborate in the decade we have been together. Example moves: slapping one's own butt, moving one's arms like a choo-choo train, one-handed clapping. Some of the moves go out of fashion year to year, but we have a significant repertoire. Now you two just need to record your own custom version of the cha-cha slide, or whatever it's called. To the right now, to the left, slap your butt now, y'all. Everybody clap one hand. I run out of the bathroom after brushing my teeth in the morning yelling fresh mouth, and he gets so excited and puckers up for a kiss. Every time 3. So cute. Straight up wrestle for fun. Not like sexy way or the cute let the other one win way, but like actual competition. Honey, stop hitting me with the folding chair while we're at the dinner table, please. Why do we have a ring around the dinner table if I'm not supposed to use the chair? Edit. Mobile typo. We sneak up on each other and bite each other on the neck to assert dominance. We use the dominance to win trivial arguments like who do our animals love more. Whenever there's a change of who holds the dominance, Do your animals acknowledge the bearer as the new household alpha? Asking the real questions. We love the feel of our skin touching, like his chest on mine, skin on skin. Once while walking a hiking bike trail we were discussing it and being silly like we decided to pull our shirts up and like rub our bellies against each other. That exact moment a man came around the corner on his bike to see two weirdos in the woods with their shirts raised and their bellies touching. Lol, we still laugh about that awkward moment. I doubt many other couples non-sexually rub bellies. I seriously thought you were my husband till I read your username. Haha, we do that all the time. I love the way his skin feels against mine. You know each other's Reddit usernames? That's a level of trust I strive for. We harvest each other's goosebumps. When one of us gets goosebumps on our skin, the other will run their hands up and down on their skin collecting them. I must say, out of all things I did not expect that. Oh yes, harvest my goosebumps. We talk to each other sometimes in different voices and characters we collected over the years to make the other laugh, annoyed, uncomfortable, etc. and just duck with, so I often do speak with various accents while she pitches her voice super high and we keep going till one of us gives up. Michael, Scott and Holly. ET phone home. Sometimes when we're kissing, we'll catch each other off guard by blowing a puff of air into their mouth to inflate their cheeks. Same. Or when my boyfriend comes in for a kiss, at the last second I'll stick my tongue out and he ends up kissing my tongue. He hates it so much every time, but still laughs and then will try to do it to me, but I know better. Lol, my ex and I used to annoy the crap out of each other like that. Miss those days. Flip each other off as a sign of affection. Not but I do this with a coworker. Not sure how it began, but now 90% of our conversations begin or end with one of us flipping each other off. Sometimes during the entire conversation, we know we need answers help ASAP when we don't flip each other off. It's strange. If it works, it's not strange. What started as a simple whistle to get the other's attention has turned into a full-blown second language consisting of nothing but whistles. Hello is a simple high-tone whistle followed by a slightly lower-tone whistle. To properly say hello back you must respond with an even higher-pitched whistle sequence or a slightly lower-pitched sequence. Warning. Danger or distress is 3 high-pitched whistles. A sad whistle is one that starts high then quickly goes to a low tone. We've legit had phone conversations where we whistle at each other and laugh for 10 minutes. We thought we were insane. Still are, but until realizing there's cultures out there that whistle poetry to each other and that whistling may have been the first way peeps communicated with each other. Sometimes he puts his mouth over my nose and blows, causing me to make a horrific, monstrous sound of air coming through my nasals and out of my mouth. We call this the exorcism. It's gross and weird, but I love that we can be gross and weird together. My boyfriend did this to me once and I was horrified. I did it back but blew so hard it popped his ears. We have now brought the level down to just gently putting our mouths over the other person's nose without air. We've been married for 32 years. We're both professionals in career with kids no longer at home. Yet for our entire marriage whenever one of us travels we do something special for the one traveling. My wife's method is to sneak into my luggage and leave little love notes and comments and requests for a hot call on colored cards. I'm talking I'll pull on a dress shirt and discover a little card in the pocket that says, "Call me at 11 o'clock my time, hot stuff." The people at my work where I travel to the same location now laugh when I reach into a coat pocket, pull one out and read it. Or they see the collection in the pocket of my backpack. I travel 8-12 times a year, so this is some work. My approach is a little different. I write one very romantic or passionate letter or story or poem. Or I sketch something I found beautiful and add a small note. She has saved them over the years, so not only one per time she travels but Mother's Day or birthday, or sometimes random desire to let her know I love her. It's now a small book. Also, we always end the day in a call together. Even if I'm in Mumbai and one of us has to stay up until 1 AM or get up at 4 am. We always tell each other we love them and good night. She still tells me the most romantic thing ever was one time I typed 2 pages of reasons why I loved her, then cut them up into tiny pink strips, numbered of course, and then went through all of her personal stuff and hide them in places only she would find them, like one inside a pocket in every jacket, one inside her thick and thin gloves, one per drawer in her dresser, one in her makeup kit suitcase, and so on. It took her more than 7 months to find them all. She said it made her day to find one 4 months on. Just stumble across it. I did get this from the author of a book called 101 Passionate Nights, so I can't take credit for the idea, but it was a total surprise to her. Those 2 pages of taped together comments are also in her book of love notes. Yes, she tells me I'm more romantic and mushy than she is. You have set the standard high. Thanks. I now have diabetes. Also I need to get my life together. He dumps the laundry on me when it's warm and fresh out of the dryer, and I sort the socks and underwear from inside the pile while he hangs up the shirts and folds the pants. We call it laundry turtle. Edit. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for all the upvotes and my first silver and gold. I thought this comment would get totally buried. Oh god. Memories from when I was a little kid came back. Thank you so much. Oh my god, that's so cute. I'll try this next time I do laundry. We make up very elaborate stories about our cat's lives. Where's Big Cat? Oh, she's in Taipei today consulting with the Ukrainian ambassador about the current standing of the silver industry. She'll be back later though because tomorrow she's chartering to Mars at 0600. I need to see this cat. You need to make an appointment. The cat is very busy with important duties, and even then consider yourself lucky that the cat would want to see any of us lowly humans. Whenever he sneezes, I shout as aggressively as I can, "Shut up," to which he responds even louder, "You shut up." This is everywhere. At home, in public, it doesn't matter. It's gotten to the point where I consciously have to stop myself from shouting at anyone else who sneezes. My so and I do something similar. Every time one of us sneezes the other says shhhhh really loud. I think it's hilarious. Lol, my go-to was always shhhhh you'll wake the baby, but that was before we had a baby and it's not as funny now that it's true. While we're in the shower he'll cover his body with soap, wrap his arms around me, and then go up and down really fast so he's rubbing the soap all over me and cleaning me off. We call this coal wash cause it's like a car wash for me, but my nickname is Carl and he's washing me off. He cuddle or hold hands while fighting. It reminds us that we're not fighting against each other. We need to understand each other and work through the issue. I love it, but I'm too stubborn to try this. Honey, we need to hold hands while fighting. What? We need to hold hands? Why? Hold my hand, beach. I suck my girlfriend's chin like it's a dong and she despises it. I tried this a couple of times and she got legitimately mad about it, so I haven't tried it again. That's so ducking funny. We sleep in separate bedrooms. She's a light sleeper and I snore like a freight train. Way more common than you think. For the very same reason. Yeah, probably kinda common, but still below the mean. My parents thought we were having marital problems when they found out. We puff out our bellies and make them touch so that the babies can talk to each other. I'm not pregnant and he's definitely not pregnant. Alright, this will take some explaining, but me and my husband have a game we call business. I can't fully remember how it came about, but the goal is to fully and completely clasp the other person's right hand in yours and shake it twice while repeating business. If the other person can get their hand free or shout business at the same time, it's a failed attempt. We don't keep score, but the last person who got in a successful handshake is the winner until they are dethroned. So what started as a little inside joke has spiraled into a full competition with such notable wins as, at my uncle's funeral, while reaching for an offered water bottle, we live in the desert and in the middle of any and all arguments. It's gotten so bad that anytime either of us try to hold hands we both have a momentary standoff to make sure it's not a ploy. I thought it was not normal. Shine a flashlight through my boyfriend's stretched ball skin. Needless to say, light really shines through ball skin. Guess what I feel the need to try tonight, hahaha. We have phrases for specific situations. If you suspect your partner is a shapeshifter or being inhabited by an evil demon or possessed by a witch, we ask them, what kind of knees do you have? The correct answer is bird knees. If either one of us becomes a ghost, we let out a little roar if we are present in the room with you. If you cannot find someone in a crowd or worried you can't find the person, just let out a cackle. Big powerful bird noise. We have way more, but these are the immediate 3 that jump out. I used to do the cackle in stores with family. I forget what the exact noise was, but man, those were some good times. Now we just yell Marco Polo. Probably Kissy sonar. I am very extroverted and need my existence to be acknowledged every once in a while. My wife is extremely introverted, so conversations constantly are a big no-no. So we make kissing noises around the house every now and then as a kind of I love you. Everything's fine over here, you okay? A kissy back, and we both continue doing our own thing in silence. No kissy back means trying a louder kissy noise, waiting 5 seconds, and wandering out to make sure everything is okay. Everyone gets what they want. I feel like I'm being paid attention to. She's not overburdened by talking with me or doing something together, but we still are connected. My boyfriend and I do something similar. When we first got together and all over each other, I jokingly said, anytime I ask for a kiss you have to give me one. And he agreed, and vice versa. It's turned into just a kissy noise, and the one being called has to stop whatever they're doing and kiss the one asking. It's become such a normal thing for us, and our roommate, which is one of his buddies, is getting used to it now too. It's kind of hilarious. It helps a lot when we're in petty arguments, or when he gets to the door to leave and I just wanna see his butt one more time. Or in awkward social gatherings with my family when I want to let him know a little extra I love him and value him accompanying me to family functions. Has the roommate ever made the kissy noise before? It only started recently, but my boyfriend grabs my lips like one would grab an Oreo and kisses me like that. We don't sleep together. It's a comfort and convenience thing. He gets up early for work. I don't crawl into bed until 3 or 4 am. I've never been comfortable sleeping with other people because I toss and turn and stretch out every which way. So it just works better for us to sleep in separate beds in separate rooms. Whenever I tell people this, they act shocked, like it's super friggin' weird. We both like to be comfortable. I'm a tosser and turner, but we do still sleep together. The most recent absolutely ridiculous thing that happened was me waking up in the morning, fully sideways on the bed, pillow and everything, super confused. Apparently I just turned perpendicular in my sleep, and his solution? Grab his pillow and join me. Lol, he puts up with so much. He is the very best. 3. A specific loud screechy noise as a greeting to each other. I started it and I'd done it to other people for a while before we got together, but he was the first person to do it back. Now it's just how we answer the phone or say hi when we walk into the room. But he was the first person to do it back. It's how you know you've found the one. Red light bonus round. We kiss when we stop at a red light. We don't know where the other one is most of the time. When we go out separately to each friend's parties, we send a code text to check in. He sends Marco and I answer Polo. We actually started that when our friends insisted we had to keep track of each other due to the wave of violence and crime in our country. My husband and I do this in grocery stores, Walmart, anything big enough to lose one another, but we don't text it, we scream it. Dated a Swede for a few years. When he taught me how to say I love you in Swedish, Jagolska dig, I remembered how to pronounce it by saying it as Jog Race Car Day. For the rest of our relationship, whenever we wanted to say love you or would give each other cards etc, we would just say race car. He scratches my back every night before bed and massages my feet. He also eats all the orange candies so I don't have to. That's pretty normal but still cute. Married 11 years and we don't poop or fart in front of each other. Most couples think it's weird. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content. It's free and that's a great price.